it, the better off everybody is. Conservatives believe that with the right circumstances and the right education, the right inspiration, the proper level of expectation, that everybody can be better than they think they can, that everybody has more in them than they know. Every conservative I know believes this, and that's one of the reasons why we are so frustrated. Have to sit here and listen to pap about how we want people to be on welfare, how we want people to be barely eking out lives on food stamps or what have you. How we want people to be walked all over. That's a crock. We want just the exact opposite. The Democrat Party is ensuring that the lower classes stay there. It's the Democrat Party that looks at average people and sees them as average after they see whether they're black, gay, Hispanic, male, female, what have you. It takes about 5 examinations of a human being before the Democrat sees a human being, sees any humanity. They see groups prior to that. They see victims. Everybody knows the Democrat Party is a party of the people and the Republican Party is a party of big business. Well, no. The Democrat Party is a party that grows as people suffer. The Democrat Party is a party that expands its power as more and more people have their lives ruined in the sense that they cannot provide for themselves. The Democrat Party does everything it can. And when it runs out, when too many people in this country finally find their way out of dependence, and what do the Democrats do? Try to find the next group of people to become their permanent underclass. That happens to be the illegal immigrants right now. That's who the Democrats want to be their permanent underclass, because a lot of Democrats in the permanent underclass don't want to stay there. They want to improve their lives. They want raises. They want better jobs. They have to listen to a president run around and talk about how it's not possible because all that's been stolen from them. And his job is to take whatever he can from all these thieves and redistribute it and give it back to them. So they're sitting around essentially with their hand out, hoping and praying that Master Obama will find a way to put some pittance in their hand to get even with all the stuff that was stolen from them their whole life. Other people are not waiting around for that. They're simply using their ambition, their desire, their intelligence, their freedom to improve their quality of life. And those people become the targets of the Democrat Party and the Obama administration. You succeed, you're a target. You achieve, you need to be punished. You succeed, you achieve, you then are said to be essentially a thief. You didn't do it on your own. Nameless, faceless, hard-working people. They're the ones that made it possible for you, and you didn't pay them, and you didn't thank them. You just stepped on them on your way up. So here's Obama to make all that good now, make it all even. And somehow, taking money away from the people who invest it, and put it at risk and put it at play to grow a business will lead to new jobs. Somehow those people are the problem, and those people, we're going to take their money away so there less activity. There's less job creation. There's less business expansion. There's less risk. How can there be improved or increased risk when Obama's taken money out of people's pockets who would otherwise spend it that way? This is hideous what's happening here. And it's frustrating to have to sit there and explain this to people after 230 years. But the education system in this country has been so perverted and corrupted that every day they turn out brand new, brainwashed little angry victims who think, if not for the guy who owns the dry cleaners down the corner, I'd be something. The guy who owns the dry cleaners, he owes me. I built the sidewalk in front of his dry cleaner shop. He wouldn't have that if I hadn't built that sidewalk. Then you say, well, yeah, when were you out there building? Well, I paid for it. You did? Really? Well, who is it paying the lion's share of taxes in this country today? top 1% are paying 70% of all taxes. Where is it that these nameless, faceless people are paying all this to make it possible for the rich to succeed? I've never understood the math. The rich got rich by stealing from the poor? It doesn't add up to me. I've never understood the math on that. But if you're sitting out there and you think your life is worthless and has no meaning, and somebody comes along and says you could have been something if not for the guy who owns a dry cleaner store, okay, that's good for me. I'll latch onto that. Yeah, I could have been something if it weren't for that guy. I could have been something if it weren't for the guy who owns a car dealership out there. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender. But the car dealership guy, he has what was mine, or he has what should have been mine. And how do I know? Because Obama's telling me every day. This guy cannot possibly like or respect this country. He cannot have any respect or admiration at all for the way this country was founded, the way it grew, the way it's exceptional, the way it became a world superpower, because he's trying to dismantle it brick by brick, door jam by door jam. If the American dream is a giant mansion, Obama's going at it door by door and ripping it apart. And there are too many doors being torn apart in this mansion for this to be accidental or circumstantial or coincidental. And it's been going on for too long now, 3.5 years, for it to be just somebody who doesn't get it and who's wrong. No other way to put this now. He was indoctrinated as a child. His father was a communist, was raised by a communist, mother was a leftist, sent to prep and Ivy League schools where his contempt for the country was reinforced by the professoriate, the faculty lounge. Moves to Chicago. Oh, yeah, that's a great environment to grow up. Home of the radical left movement, hooks up with Bill Ayers, Bernardine Dorn, Rashid Khalidi, Tony Rezko. He's out there claiming that Romney's a felon when Romney didn't even know any, and half of Obama's inner circle are felons.